Marvellous, isn't it? Shouldn't keep going on about potholes. Morrison's closed. Is a petrol station open? Yes. They won't shut for the bank holiday, will they? Oh, the back brake's biting quite well. My little bedding, backyard bedding, must have done alright. Put the fast idle back in. The choke. I mentioned this before, but an old fella in the pub, in fact my brother as well, said petrol for me is crap and vehicles always run rough. And I asked inside, said, do you do high octane? No. And an old fella in the pub said, it's recycled. How can you recycle fuel? Recycled. April the 1st, I'm going to get a paper, but they always have a couple of silly stories in. The way things are going in the world, do we need any jokes? Well, maybe that's a good thing though, keep smiling. Apparently there have been 20 lads stabbed to death in London this year already. And it's a black gangs, isn't it? 17. Come on. That'll do. £17, 14.5 litre. What's that bike? Oh, it's that Harley man. He used to go, well he probably still does, go to the Great Harwood bike meet, but he's not really one for conversation. I've always said people on bikes were always a bit strange. No, I'm not going to paper study. Hello, £17, number 8. Yeah, just been a spot of rain though. We'll see how it goes. Wheelie it. What's that got to do with rain? Yeah. I had a spot of rain on the kitchen roof. I've only put my thin jeans on purpose. I wasn't going to go for a long ride. I was going to go up a hill and then down again to bed the brakes in. And then go home. Because of the crappy weather forecast. I'm going to be caught in a bloody downpour. And you're going all of it. So I thought I'd go to that lay-by. I know, same old, same old. It's already closed as well. Oh, and Tesco. So it's just Pakistani petrol stations that are open. Does that mean bike shops will be closed as well? No point going for a bike shop visit then. not been to fast line for a while, but I think they can't say anything. If you just go to drool over bikes that you can't afford, you probably get a bit fed up of tyre kickers. Somebody said I should ask for test rides. Imagine sitting on an X4 again. But I'd feel a bit uneasy by, will they know I'm not going to buy it, no intention of forking out on a new bike I can't afford. But quite a few lads, Phil 480, do loads of, test rides, just in order to give their opinion on them with no intention of buying them, I don't think. That back brake is biting well. Wow. It just shows the disc is fine. Look at them grey skies. Grey skies, diddly-diddy. Bloody freezing as well, despite my woolly jumper and my 2 leather jackets. Oh, then a spot of rain. So what I forgot to do, while it was on its main stand, I'm going to loosen the back axle and tighten the chain up just a couple of millimetres. Well, millimetres of adjustment, which will tighten the chain up. It's about 10 mil too slack, and I've not adjusted it since it had a new chain on. When was that? When I had chain and sprockets at the Rocket Centre ages ago. I think I'll do it when I get home, just to get it done. As I said on that little upload earlier, I'll leave it until it's a bit warmer before I tackle all the jobs that are going to take a long time. It is drizzling, there's rain on the camera. Right, well, I'm going home. I think I'm starting with man flu as well. Sit home, put the telly on. I probably miss Willy Wonka. Yep, back brake biting very well indeed. Front brake's a little bit slippy because I might have got some wax on it. I thought people might say that's not a good idea. Wax near your brakes or on the wheel rim, it'll fling off and go on the discs. I'll do a quick little walk around sort of. Does it look a lot cleaner? Fork legs, not exactly mirror finish. Well, it isn't a mirror finish, it's just a quick rub down. And in fact I've not polished them up properly because I thought if I leave that dusty stuff on, it might just protect it until the better weather comes. And like I keep saying, when the better weather does come, I'll do a proper job. As Alan Bolter said, it's not much fun in the freezing cold lying on the backyard floor. If, like Alan, I'm in the same boat, don't have a carriage, heated garage. Yeah, chain, let's have a look at that chain. This don't look so bad now with that painted line on it, looks like a new one. And I was saying to Ian, Hepcat Harley, a knackered disc, he said, will ruin the new pads. Well, I'm going to sacrifice these pads and use them as a bedding. To rub, hopefully it'll rub that last bit of whatever it is on the disc. There's one thick line and one thin line. I don't know if it's a raised bit or a groove. You think you'd be able to tell because a raised bit you could feel it. But anyway, see how it goes. And if by May or June I need a new rear set of pads, it should be sorted by then. It should be worn smooth. No, that chain is just slightly too slack. It don't look so bad there, but on the centre stand, I think it exaggerates any movement on. It's not too bad actually. Yeah, when it's on its centre stand, it does go a bit slacker. So not looking so bad, is it? After just a very quick spruce up, makes all the difference. 14-year-old bike. I've not put my toys and iron on. Miserable fights. It stopped raining. It's just little scattered showers, isn't it, with these funny little clouds. I thought of going to Rivington and have a close-up look at that awful pothole, but going, I think it's 18 miles from here, going to all that way just to look at a giant pothole. Again, I was going to see how deep it is. But who's going to listen to us lot? They're not bothered. If someone dies, they might listen then. It's just disgusting. There's something on local news showing this contraption that blasts hot air to warm the pothole. Said we're going to fill this in here. It's a handheld pipe and it blasts it to warm it up. Then it blasts tar on and then it blasts gravel on. And then he swept it over and cleared it. He said, yeah, it's a pothole repair machine. We've got some for Lancashire. And it was done, and it's meant to last 2 years. It was done in about 10 minutes. But he said there's so many, just patching them up could take a year. And that's only the really bad ones. They say the problem is water seepage. Water seeps into the cracks and then it expands when it freezes. And then it erupts and breaks the surface, and that's your pothole. And all them bits end up scattered on the bloody road. That's why I don't agree with that cobbler's about maintaining speed round bends that apparently I am. I was watching a chap called Advanced Biker. Which road was he on? On a familiar road that I know. I forgot. Hear that delay then? That's something else that might require attention soon. I sprayed loads of WD-40 on top of the starter motor, but where the relay is, I don't know. I'll have to check my manual. You know, the starter solenoid and all that cobbler's hidden away somewhere. That might be a poor connection. Or it'll be the brushes getting worn down. That's another thing to keep my eye on. Well, that's been the petrol station. I'll zero my trip meter. So, where are we to go? The world is my lobster. Huh? Where are we to go? Should go to Rivington. It looks like on the coast, that's Blackpool over there in that dip. It looks fine. It's just here. There's a deep depression over my town. Yep, that silly habit I have. Setting off in third, silly sod. Right, back brake. Don't think it needs bedding in. You don't need to go to Rivington, plenty of bloody potholes here to examine. They're just all over, aren't they? I was going to check the bloody tyres, that's something else I forgot to do. Feels a bit squiffy again, and I thought, is there a slow puncture, is there a bloody nailing? Despite my ultra seal, and I should have spanned the wheels range to examine the tyres. I think I'll go home just to be on the safe side. I don't want a bloody flat tyre in the middle of nowhere. Sorry, but there it is. Not summertime yet, is it? Plenty of time for rides out in better weather than this. Bloody grey skies. And my nose is running. Oh, nice big hill here. I'll keep the back brake on just slightly. It won't be getting red hot, I don't think. Apply the back brake, the car behind. Yes. I'll go on via Rishton and Clayton. See, look at this. Gravel and potholes. Oh, that shop's always open. Luckily I don't need any kind of groceries. Co-op, yeah. And they're not Asian only, so it's not just Asians that stay open. They shouldn't all close. I mean, I know it's a religious festival, but how many are there truly religious in this country? A bike. I don't know what it was. Years ago I used to be able to recognise bikes just by the back end, but I'm a bit tad rusty. Yeah, let's have a look down here where I used to work with my mate Brian that died. This old carpet factory. They demolished it, including a relatively new warehouse, and the building needs houses on it. They've kept the working man's club because it has a bowling green. Well, I'm sure that wasn't the reason, but little boxes. 1894 Rishton Free Gardeners, whatever that means. Hey, what's on there? This was the old carpet factory car park. Oh, the building out. Oh yes. Ooh. So the end of an era. The bike shed was there. Used to keep me 125 in that bike shed. It's going to be a cul-de-sac. So an old mill called Wheatfield Mill, been here since the 1800s. He demolished it. people living in them already. And when I was there, they were making carpets for William Hill, you know, with horse races on. Horse race, well, they were horses on, I mean, galloping horses for the betting shops who supplied all the William Hill betting shops with fancy custom carpets. Quite a skilled job, carpet weaving, because my mate Brian could look at a jacquard card, which was sort of silicone-ish circuit board type of thing with all holes in, and the holes corresponding with the different colour of wools, which would create the pattern. You could look at a card and judge which pattern it was. I think that's why I got depressed when he was made redundant from here, where he'd been since he was a schoolboy, and then he got a dead-end job, which he walked out of, and then decided that right, good night Vienna, and killed himself. And when I got my new carpet 10 years ago, oh, it's in Belgium being made, you'll have to wait. So Belgium, I want it now, this week. Oh no, it'll be quite a wait. And apparently Belgium is where all the carpets are made these days. Have they got cheap labour or something? Oh, there aren't any big factories anymore, or the old little units or offices. Some people seem to think that manufacturing isn't necessary these days. We can all run the country's economy in using people in offices. Is that right? It's good to have your own little business like that, sheds and garages. Well, like my mate Kevin at his record shop, sat behind the counter waiting for customers. No hassle from bullying bosses. And this is another place I used to work. GEC Aircraft Engineering, making wings. Well, ailerons for wings I specialised in. I was making little brackets, and the lab was bashing away making these reinforcing riblets for the ailerons. The supervisor said, "Do you want to have a go at that, Stephen?" I said, "Yeah, I'll have a bash." So I made a batch of 10, bashing away. They were annealed so you could bend the metal, and then you took them to a chap who solutionised them, which is just boiling them under pressure in a salt solution, and that alters all the molecules in the aluminium and sets it hard eventually. And the inspector came back, "Have you done this job before?" I said, "No, just had my first go." "Why, have I asked them all up?" No, on the contrary, I've passed 9 out of 10. The usual failure rate is 5 out of 10. And he had a word with the supervisor and I got the bloody job. And this lad said, "No, you shot yourself in the foot there, because that's hard work." I said, "I'm bloody sure it is." So I ended up on doing those all the time, reinforcing riblets, bashing with a big heavy leather mallet. But when I started, he said, "Look after these tools, Stephen, it'll last you till you retire." That was 1990. So I thought, oh, good, a job for life. But it didn't last because the bloody place shut down in 1995. It was all contract work, and they were slaves to the whims of the Saudi Arabians. And because the Gulf War had just started, they weren't happy about something, and they cancelled a big contract, and that was it. Good night Vienna, no more job. Baltistan curry house, I could just do with a nice hot curry. Help me cure this cold. I took a load of, yeah, that was close, a load of garlic capsules this morning. But once the cold started, that's it. I'm gonna feel rough for a week. Yep, back brake biting well. There were two little pubs here, the Oddfellows and the Lamb, and they've been converted into houses or DSS flats. And Simon Entwistle mentioned that on the Ghost Walk on Friday. I see there's 3 pubs in Great Harwood closed down. It said it's 350 pubs every month is closing, are closing at the moment, according to the campaign for real ale. And I was discussing it with him. I said, well, is it the price of beer, or is it just because the pubs are Bullendoring? Dull and yes, Bullendoring, dull and boring with nothing going on. My local, the Plough, has got karaoke on for all the old fogies, and you have a whale of a time. Packed on a Friday and Saturday, but quiet the rest of the week, although they do have a quiz night. And I think that's the answer, get something on, get some music on. Back brake again. I know what you're thinking, stuck in traffic's rather dull. But as I said, it's not summertime yet, is it? Still winter as far as I'm concerned, 1st of bloody April. And the forecast, snow. So my bike clunking, it's that manhole, sorry, person hole. That's where I could go. Let's go up to that, see how they're progressing with the conversion of the fishing lake into houses. That'll be a little blast up the road, wouldn't it? Well, I say a blast. Stuck behind this traffic, it won't be a blast. Bloody hell, fire. Should I trade this in for a scrambler bike? Is that swearing? Bloody hellfire. Must have been an American morning, someone called Russell Green. On my Manchester videos from last week. This video would have been okay if it weren't for all the cussing. Cussing. You want to listen to other people's videos, mate, I rarely cuss. What's he on about? So I'm afraid he had to go. I have no tolerance with anyone being sarcastic. They can just sod off. So there. Cussing. Sometimes you need to cuss if you go down a big pothole. I thought it were rain on my helmet. It's actually the collar of my high-vis jacket flapping away. Flu. Yeah, you do a good carvery there. Mum said she was going with an old lady and Ernie, the garden centre. I said, isn't it rather a dangerous exit from there on this road? People are going like the clappers. Oh, I always stop and look right. I said, oh well, I always worry when she's out. I'm hitting all the bloody manholes, aren't I? What am I doing? Even that lovely view is all grey. There was something going on today, but I once went before, and it starts at 10 o'clock, a classic bike display at Bury Station, or Bury, on the way to Manchester on that M66 again, but it starts at 10 o'clock, and I once went and it were all over, because I didn't get there till about 2 o'clock. There were about 5 bikes left. Where's all the bikes? They've all gone. It started at 10 o'clock. You should have got to here earlier. So 10 o'clock's a bit early for a Sunday. But there's a couple of steam trains there, Flying Scotsman again, and another called the Tornado. It's actually a new steam train they're built from scratch at great cost. When you mention it on the local news. But I've done all the steam train stuff on her before. I keep thinking of what I could do to film that's going to be new and interesting rather than the same old stuff again. Are they going to dodge past that tanker? I was going to pull out then, but no mad rushes. I'm last in the queue. There needs slight adjustment. Oh, that's better. Yes, 1st of April. I was going to go and pay the council tax, but I'll leave that for tonight, I think. I normally nip in the pub afterwards to... what are you doing in? You're not coming here so often these days? I said, no, I come in when I pay the council tax to get over the shock. I need a couple of pints. It's gone up £89 a month now. It was £84 last year. Because the cost of the police service has gone up apparently. Marvellous, innit? Bills, bills, bills. Paid the television licence yesterday, £147. Just for a bloody television station. I was saying that it's because when it was all set up in the 1930s, all the top knobs were all pals with the judges and the landed gentry, so they arranged it, didn't they? Let's introduce a licence, and if you don't pay, we'll jail the buggers. Yes, I agree to that, yes, let's pass a law. And it's stuck ever since. How can a bloody television station have the power to jail people? Not a new estate? Oh, that's quite a barrow, isn't it? Trees were there before, weren't they? And they're going to McDonald's now. Yeah, slow down a little bit. Wonder where them bikes have been. Up here, the A59 is the way to settle. But like I said, I won't be doing any long trips up there and then Kirby Lonsdale until summer comes. Is that a lake? That's not a lake, is it a roof? No, it's a lake, there's ducks on it. I'll have a look at that. Should I call for McDonald's for a filling station as well? So I got a burger to take home. I've actually got 6 eggs waiting at home. Well, everything's still on. Nothing dropped off. Looks a lot cleaner though, doesn't it? That's something I've missed. I'm going to put a bit of silver paint in that rust spot. wax off that bit. Doesn't matter, does it? Oh, he's had a scratch. Shit, how's that got scratched? It'll polish out with some tea cut. Have some blue tea cut. Scratch there. It might be the brush. Bit of grit on the brush, wallop. Got that off eBay. The belly pan. And the lad was keeping his bite, so why are you getting such of your belly pan? Sorry, belly pan, it's a hugger, isn't it? Tit. Why are you getting such of your hugger, does it? Great. I'm getting it back to original spec. Pity that belly pan isn't exactly the right shade. It's just the colour of the fiberglass rather than colour match to the metallic blue. Yeah, I'm sure that disc will be nice by June. Turbo edition. Wondering about why them indicators are so wide. They're pattern indicators. And I'm glad I got them because the bulbs are 23 watt, not the standard 21. A different type of bulb. So you can get higher wattages in certain designs of bulb. Excuse the delay. Yes, I've not altered the bike action cam clock yet, but I altered this one. I'm going to go down here, then back up, to see what this little lake is. It's probably just something to brighten up the unit. It's a bit of an estate down there. Right. I could have gone then. I'll change lanes, Albert. See, gravel collects, doesn't it, on certain parts of intersections, piles of bloody loose gravel. That fuel don't seem to be so bad. I think that bloke was talking cobblers when he said that standard fuel at that petrol station doesn't fire up very well. I pulled over there, I didn't even have a look, did I? We're talking about other things. Oh, KFC, Greg's, Subway. Starbucks. So, new estate. Hello, little ducks. Ah, but can you see what it says? Bluer Homes, know who that is, don't you? Mr. Triumph. That's how he made his fortune. Looks like he's still making a bloody fortune. So, these are Triumph Homes. Does it lead? Oh, they're all cul-de-sacs. Can you not lead down to the other town? supposed to be resurfacing the road when they're all built. Is it a dead end? See, as for affordable housing, they aren't affordable housing either. These will be about 150 grand each, if not more. Well, these big ones will be, yeah, about 150, 180. It is a dead end. Why has he not continued to the main road? Isn't this fascinating? I suppose it's a good thing about the state of Britain though, is Britain's housing industry booming again. You know, everything went a bit flat. And then a report in the paper said that bricklayers can be on between £1,500,000 a year. I should have learnt to lay bricks, shouldn't I? Imagine being out in winter laying bricks like that though, with your hands freezing. They have regular tea breaks to keep their hands warm. They must earn the money. Oh, it's just a road. Does that lead down to the other road? Yeah, John Bluer. I was saying on my Manchester video that why doesn't he buy the rights to BSA and Norton? Or just BSA would be nice. Get some BSA badges on bikes. Would be great. Is this another dead end? Close. If it says close, it doesn't mean it's right through, does it? Marvellous. There's some gates there to the road. Is it a private setup or what? S16 LUT. Is that short for slut? I think they're all executive homes, aren't they? Audis, BMWs. Got an Aston Martin. It's for all the affluent bosses that live around this area. Oh well, so much for that. I do like KFCs, but like I said, I've got 6 eggs at home. And some garlic bread. Oh well, so much for that. Let's get home for our freeze. Ooh, can smell that scooter, 2-stroke. It's faster than me. Well, lots of them big scooters are pretty nippy, aren't they? When I inquired about the 300cc Vespa at Ewell's, oh, they'll do 80, 90 easy. So really, a scooter doing 90 miles an hour? Yeah, 300cc, twist and go. So wow. Yes, always concentrate at junctions like this. You never know, do you? You can always rely on people's sense. What if there's a loony or a stolen car? They don't think about stopping at junctions. Well, everything seems fine with the bike. Brake's fine now. Not that there was anything mechanically wrong anyway. Should I adjust that chain by 5mm or so? You're meant to have a bit of slack. See, he's dabbing his brakes, I'm easing off the throttle. That's why my brakes tend to last a long time. I use engine braking and easing off the throttle to stop or slow down rather than brake dabs. It's bloody freezing. They're playing golf in this weather. Even my hands are getting cold. It is April, isn't it? Not January 1st. I think I'll end the video on that Tipsy Cows where I was on Friday doing the ghost walk for an hour. They were dishing free samples out. The lad and his girlfriend who run it said they keep bees in Leyland. They said I'm making mead, different flavours of mead. Would you like a couple of free samples? And they gave me 4 samples. Quite generous measures, and I was getting slightly squiffy. Beetroot, strawberry, standard honey. What was the other one? I can't remember. Yeah, that's a good look to him. He was thrilled with the pictures. Like I said, there's some pictures of the town square many years ago because it features his shop. Oh, thanks very much. I'll put them up in me, well, wine bar, not a shop. I'll put them up in my wine bar. Gone a bit mad with the twig burning, haven't they? So I'll show you where it is, Tipsy Cows. And I told him about my motorbike vlogs. He said, would you be able to promote my wine bar? I said, well, I don't think I get many local viewers to the Bentley. And that's to Martin. When you see these people with fancy cars, you never feel like stopping them and asking what industry they're in. Everyone says about the job situation, but if they're running businesses, are they all bloody offices, or do they need some hard-working employees like me? The reason they don't like me at work, I made a report to the police because a lad was smoking skunk weed during his smoke break and coming in, stoned off his tits, and then driving a 24 volt PPT, a ride on, not a forklift, just a little ride on pallet truck, but they were, must weigh about 2 tons, and he was stoned off his tits with eyes like saucers. And there was 3 other witnesses, including a security guard. And I'm not a telltale tit, I'm just concerned for people's safety. And he had me office's manager, what do you smell? It was normal tobacco, it wasn't cannabis. I said, I don't smoke, I can smell that shit from half a mile away. If you carry on talking like that, I'll have you for harassing the guy. I said, well, you're a smoker, aren't you? I said, most smokers have sympathy with cannabis smokers, seeing as you're nicotine addicts. I said, I'll go then to the police station and get some advice of them. And ever since then, they've hated me. the conveyor belt, it had 4 little rubber belts and a transfer to move from one conveyor belt to another, and little boxes got stuck. Every day we're running over a gantry about 30 times to free the boxes, and when I looked, the rubber was worn down to nothing. I said, that's why it's getting stuck. No, maintenance man said it's due to shiny bottom boxes. I said, no, there's no rubber on, is there? Replace them with new rubber belts and they'll whiz across. No, it's shiny bottoms. So I told 3 different managers, 3 different supervisors, and this mechanic, this maintenance man, mechanic, came up. Been fucking grassing on me, have you? Who do you think you are? Grassing on me, all you do is work a sellotape machine at a warehouse. Fucking loser. So I tried to report him, nothing happened of course. And I finally went to see the big manager, and I said it's a health and safety issue this, because we're running over this gantry. We shouldn't be running, I said, well, not running, but we're going over this gantry an average of 30 times a day to free up stuck boxes, when in fact it's all due to worn rubber belts. It's like Harley Davidson dry belts, they wear down and eventually snap. Well, I'll see about getting some new ones fitted, so I did do, and of course now all the boxes whiz across. I was right all the time. So they don't like you being right, they don't like you reporting things that their supervisors should be spotting. You think you're being a goddamn smarty pants. I'll go up there and turn round and stop on that little paved area. The indicators would help it. I stopped you before on 16, can you see, 1634 off an old building in town. Pity I'm still struggling to edit. I could incorporate, I can't pussycat. I could incorporate some more still pictures again. It's not open, is it? See, this is a wine bar as well. So I'll give him photos of this, a photo taken here in about 1895, and that was a furniture store. Now it's Tipsy Cows, Wine and Gin Merchants and Tasting House. Yeah, he's a pleasant lad. Why is he not open? Probably open later tonight. I think I'll end it here, it's long enough, isn't it? I wonder if that grey towel bite meat's still on. And is it first Thursday of every month, second Thursday? What is all that nonsense about? Is it third, it's second? I don't know. How it should go? Well, I don't. Just have it every week. Instead of faffing about trying to remember. Have it every week, why not? And on that note, I'll say goodbye, I think. Thank you for watching this drivel.